want to go for qualitative or quantitative data?
Qualitative.
Qualitative means defects.
Yes, sir.
Proportions, right? How many defects are there out of the total, right? Clear? That is per million, that is DPMO. That is what we are saying. So we'll go for app 10. I would have given a different name for you. For here, I'm giving. Clear?
Yes.
See here, always I've given an option also. You can choose which one you want. It is defects or defectives, right? We will see defects. If there are defects, there are 3 input values. One is sample, and opportunity for error is there for each one. Like for example, I take computers. For computers, I want to check for the defects only the hard disk, monitor, and then what else? What else? What is it called? CPM, the processor, right? Hard disk, processor, and monitor. These are the 3 ones I want to check if there is a defect. All the 3 are defective, say 3 defects. Otherwise, only one is defective means 1 defect. So what is the opportunity for error here? 3. That's all. You know how to give the opportunity for error, and then total defects. So how many samples you tested, how many defects you have obtained, and this is what we did in GEMS experiment, right? Opportunity for error was count defect, scratches, and then what do you call it? Taste, and so many things, 5 items.
Shape.
So all you need to do is fill in, and it will change here. So minus infinity means it gives you DPO, defects per opportunity, defects per million opportunity, nothing but multiply by million. That's all. And then short term and long term sigma level. Now, if it is minus infinity, Z is in this point. See my cursor, right? See my cursor in this point. That means every item is defective, right? All the items are defective. Clear? Or to the right hand side of the line is defects. To the left hand side is good. Now, if I make it as 0 defects, what will happen? It will become plus infinity. Plus infinity means here. So defects are plus infinity. You can see here plus infinity. So at this point, the green line is there. Therefore, defects are 0. All the 1 million items are good. And if I have somewhere in between, say 5 defects, then 2.33 and ZST, that is what is here. ZST and ZLT. So you can find out. And if you want defectives, opportunity for error is only 1. Always. Either you say it is rejected or accepted. Therefore, this opportunity for error, it will not allow you to give any input. Right? It is always taken as 1. And then 500 samples, 5 defectives, this is the one. If I make it as 3 defectives, then it is 4.01. If a sample is 1 million, and then you can see here, it is 6 sigma project. Clear? This is 3.4. 3.4 defects per million is this things, right? For even 3.4, it will not show you, I think 3.4, I think, close. Yeah, 6 sigma project. Okay. If it is more than 3.5, it will not show. I think 5.99. Right. So, yeah, understood?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Okay, I will stop sharing. Any other this thing? Next. Now, what I will tell you is, I want to show you this important thing.
Quantitative data also. Quantitative data.
Yeah, for quantitative data, sigma level, I will show you. After that, I will go to the basic and then show you the table. Yes. Here it is the CP-CPK. How CP is calculated is given here. Numerator by denominator is CP. You can do that yourself. So what you need to do is, first LSL you fill it up, because that should be a lower value, and then fill it up USL. Please see to it that LSL should be lower than USL, USL should be higher than LSL. So now here LSL is 600. If your USL value is 500, don't put here now 500. It will not give you, it will not accept. 500, it will not accept, because your LSL is already 600, therefore it is not accepting. Therefore, what I will do is, I will have to give only 600. So basically, first you put it as 1. That's all. So you can put any value for USL and then change the LSL. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Then this is how you do it. So you give LSL, USL. I'll give it as 600 here. So 600 is a mean. So ZST is so low. So what I will do is I'll make it as 600.5. 600.5. Right. And then the sigma value, I'll make it as 0.001. Then it is plus infinity. All the items are good. Right. Process variation is okay. Move the process mean towards target. Clear?
See, calculation, you are not doing anything. Everything is now taken care.
Including the answer,
Yes, sir.
including the decision. The decision you'll have to check, right? If it is 0.1, it is 6.5. Right? If it is 0.5, it is bad. Right? Process variation is not right. What is the variation? Both CP and CPK. As he told you, CPK means you have to move the target. CP means you have to reduce the variation.
Reduce the variation.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, can you put the LSL as 0, USL as 5?
LSL is 0, USL is 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Mean is 3.75.
Mean is
3.75.
3.7,
And sigma is 1.5.
1.5, too high.
Yes.
So process variation is not all right. Reduce the variation and move the process mean also towards the target.
Yes, sir. This is the problem where I'm getting the wrong answer in mock question.
What is the
uh,
other question?
Right?
Yes, sir. The question is billing disputes in a back-end process must be resolved within 5 hours. Upon sample collection of 100 such disputes, it was found that the resolution time was averaging 3.75 hours with a standard deviation of 1.5 hours. What is the DPMO associated with this process?
Oh,
So,
DPM.
yes, so I have used the same template for calculating the DPMO. And here the DPMO shows 19988.1.20, but the answer it is
2.08 something. 2
yes,
lakh.
sir. Yes, yes. So,
T is sigma with Z is 1.5. This should be the answer for that.
yes, sir, but in answer it is not showing this 199.
Where
What
the
is ZST
DPMO is
value?
showing-
Sorry, sir.
What is ZST value? 2 point?
No, the answer showing is 208 something. Just
Sir, he is saying DPMO.
yes, sir. DPM
DPMO is how much?
208538 as per answer.
208538.
Yes. If sir, if you can able to see the question number 17 of major phase.
I don't have the questions, yeah. Can you share, sir? No, you can't share.
I'll try. I'll try.
You read the line, sir. You read the line again.
Yes, sir. Just a sec. I'll read the question again.
Yeah.
A billing disputes in a back-end process must be resolved within 5 hours. So, so in that case, our USL is 5, right? Upon sample collection of 100 such disputes, it was found that the resolution time was averaging at 3.75 hours with a standard deviation of 1.5 hours. So,
3.75.
75, yes.
3.75, not 3.7. I think you have put 3.7 in the template.
And 1.5.
Yes.
5 hours,
And-
3.75 and 1.5.
Yes. So what is the DPMO associated with this process? So the answer is 208538. So there are 4
Yes,
options.
208538.
Then 125,000. Second option is there. Third is
No,
No,
you
we
got the
already
answer,
got
no,
one.
here.
right.
In the mean, sir was not taken the second digit.
Okay.
Previously, we have kept only 3.7.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
3.75 I put. I put 3.7 initially. You said
Yeah.
3.7. Right? So now it is
Right.
3.75. So the answer is 208538. Clear?
Right, sir. So I also made that same mistake, I think.
Yeah. So you changed it, no? 2 decimal,
Yes.
second decimal are very important.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I think now I am going to show you something very basic. Given the data, what is standard deviation, sample standard deviation, and population standard deviation? Okay, clear?
Okay.
I think I will just close it. I'll go to that. Don't save. Sample value and sigma value, app 7. Yeah, see, you can give two datas. You can give two datas, right? Was a cab driver problem was given to you? There are two cab companies.
No, sir.
No.
Okay, doesn't matter, no problem. So you have the data here, X1 data, X2 data. How many datas are given?
Two.
Two data. Two are different data. You want to compare the two data, right? So descriptive analysis we are going to show. This is what is descriptive analysis. Mean value,
Right.
sample standard deviation, 45 points. I have already got the data. What I will do is I will just, okay, it is not protected, so I can put it. So what I will do is I'll select a random number, RAND, rand between. I'll between probably random number between what two values? Tell me any two values.
10 to 20, between 10 to 20.
10 to
20.
20. Okay. I'll put 10 to 20. Then I'm just copying it. How many data you want?
50. Okay, 100.
50 data.
Okay, 100.
I don't know. Yeah, this one onwards. Control shift down. I'll delete it. Right. So I have given whatever data you want. 115 of data I have given here. Now see here. 118 data. 118 data I have given. You have given 118 data. For this mean value is average thing. For X2, I will give again. I will check the values here. Because it is easy to check smaller values. No. What I will do is I will give a value of say 5 data. I will give 111. I'll give you 5 data only. So 5 data I have given. So average is 1, sample standard deviation 0, population standard deviation is 0. Clear?
Yes.
So this is how it is being calculated. I give you any other value. What I will do is control shift down and then control C, home, copy, and I have to paste values. Otherwise, what will happen? It will keep on changing. Right? So it will not change now. Now, what value lies between these two? What percentage of values lie between these two? That is 68%. This is one standard deviation plus and minus mean. Right?
Right.
Okay. Because standard deviation I have taken 3.18 plus and minus. Clear? And 95% data based on sample standard deviation. Clear? And
Yes.
then copy the columnized tennis ball data and put it anywhere, X1 or X2. Tennis ball data is there. So there was a data on tennis ball. I do not know where it is. If it is there, you can take it and put it here. Only thing is you'll have to paste values. Remember to paste only values. Otherwise, it will give you error. Okay?
Yes.
And then you get mean, sample standard deviation, and population. Now, what I will do is I will control shift and down and control C. Now, what I do is I'm going to teach you Excel. Do you see Excel here? Do you see Excel?
Yes.
Excel sheet here? I'll
Yes.
delete this. I will copy this data here. Control V. Oh God. So I have to go there. So I have to control C. And then I will have to go here, new book, and then I'll put control V. Oh God, why is it not?
So it is not selected.
Is not selected? Yes,
It's not
I'm not
copied.
selected. Thank you. I am not selected. Correct. So I'll have to go there. Thank you very much. Because such silly mistakes we make, no? What is that? Is going on? Right. I'll include this also. Control C. Now I'll go to this table. This here, paste values. Yes, it has pasted the values. Clear. Now what I do is, I go to data. Do you see the data here? Data, and then analyze data. No. I clear data, data analysis. You see the data analysis?
Yes.
Not analyze data. That's all not for you, right? So data, you click on data analysis. So what I have to go is, I have to give a descriptive statistics. See here, descriptive statistics. Do you see here?
Yes.
Covariance, exponential smoothing. This I'll say click OK. What I will do is I'll have to select the data as usual, you know. So I have to go there, Control, Shift, down. It is already taken. So I click here down. Go to the next one. Yes, grouped by columns. Labels in the first row. Yes, X is there. And then output range, I'll put it as usual G1, right? Whatever be it, wherever you want, we'll put here. So I'll have to go here. Then probably I'll go up. So I'll go there. G1. G1, I'll go there. G1. G1, I'll put G1. Yes, G1 is there. I'll go down and then click OK. Output range. Column is there. What is that it is giving? A22. Please choose at least one statistical option. Okay. So I have to select one statistical option. So what is the summary statistics? Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So summary statistics I say, and then I'm clicking OK. So it has got. Now I'm going to go home and then make it bigger and bigger so that you can see here. See here. It is giving you not only standard error, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, 3.18. That is what we got, no?
Yes.
That is what we got here. And minimum value, maximum value, range, skewness, everything about the data. This is called descriptive statistics. What you collect is giving. From that, what you infer is inferential statistics. So we take any two important data and then bring it to normal distribution, standard normal distribution, and then compare and take a decision that is called inference. And the statistics is called inferential statistics, which is normally mean and proportion. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I've told you all the basics about the sigma level calculator, RTY, and then calculating the descriptive statistics using my template or using Excel sheet. I think that completes my
All right,
from my end.
fine.